Hello, welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and for the next hour, we are going to talk about memory and mnemonic devices. Maybe, who knows, you can, perhaps you will learn a new way to improve your memory, or you'll learn a mnemonic device which will help you in your study habits. Who knows? We are basically going to do a lot of discussion. We're going to look at a little reading and talk about if we use or when we use mnemonic devices to try to memorize things, try to remember things. Also, we're going to talk about general ways to improve our memories. Okay. All right. Hello, Sasha. Welcome to the class. Howdy, howdy.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
And Mustafa has joined us. Hello, Mustafa.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I just finished a controversial class.
Okay.
I don't know. When the religion involved in the class, it would be a mess.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we've got another student joining us. Hello, Wellington.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Good to see you again. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I
Great.
am come back to the classes.
You have returned.
Yeah, I returned. I was on vacation.
Ah, great. Where did you go?
United States,
Oh, really?
is New York and Washington.
Oh, wow. Terrific. How was your trip?
Was very good, very good. I spent happy days there. I walk a lot. I saw many things, museums. Was very fun.
Cool. Sounds great. All right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to Verbling. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
All right. Let me also welcome Anna Carolina. Hello. Hi,
Hello,
Anna.
teacher. Hi, good morning.
Good evening.
For me,
Okay.
good morning. Sorry.
Yeah, for you. It's okay. No matter. Who cares? Okay. Well, anyway, welcome to the class. All right. We're going to talk about memory a little bit. And I'm going to be introducing you guys to some mnemonic devices, things that people do to help them remember things. And we'll talk about it all a bit. Sasha, let me start with you. First of all, have you ever heard that that terminology, mnemonic device?
The only one I heard it, this word only, there is a movie with Keanu Reeves, I guess, like Johnny Mnemonic, something like that, I guess.
Oh,
And I don't know the meaning actually, and that's why I've joined the class.
okay. Johnny
Thank you.
Mnemonic. That title of that sounds very familiar to me, but I don't really, honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen that movie. So, I don't know how that relates, but okay. What do you do? How do you remember things? For example, simple example, you have to go to the store to buy some food. How do you try to remember?
For food,
Well,
or anything.
for example, yeah.
If I have to buy many things for instance for holiday, for New Year, many products and groceries. I make a list of it because it's hard to remember all of it. And
Sure.
if I do shop, I usually or if I do shopping, on a usual basis. So I don't make any lists. I just keep it in mind.
Okay. Keep it in my mind. Right. Okay. Normal shopping, you might say. Well, you can say usual shopping, the usual shopping, or normal shopping. Sure, that's fine. Okay. Let me quickly welcome Natasha, who has joined us. Hello, Natasha.
Hello, Audley. Hello, guys. It's good to see you.
Hello. Welcome to the class.
Hello.
Hi. I'll talk to you and I'll come around to you again in just a bit. I want to talk to people, everybody, a little bit about how they remember things. Mustafa, do you think you have a good memory? How would you rate your memory? You have a good memory, a bad memory, so-so?
I have a good memory.
You do.
And
Why
yeah,
do you say that?
because
I
when
don't
I was in
remember.
yeah, no. Because when I was in a university, like I can't remember. You know what? Like teacher, it's not about having good memory or bad memory. It's about
Right.
like the thing you enjoy most or you want to remember. Like if you connect something with joyful and happiness, you will remember it. But if you force yourself to remember something, like if I force myself to remember like some phrasal verb, I cannot remember it. But if I enjoy to educate it or to learn it, I will remember it, and everything else go the same thing on the same direction. Because if I
Mhm.
force my mind to remind something, I cannot like remember it after a while.
Right. Okay. And that is actually one of my points I was going to make today. You tend to remember things a lot better if you're interested in it, and that's actually true. They've actually proven that with experiments. It's absolutely true. Yeah. Well, good point.
Also on the same direction, if you force yourself to forget things, you won't forget it. I don't recommend that for you. So don't force yourself to forget things.
I don't know if that works. Does that work?
Yeah, it works.
It does?
Terrible.
It doesn't work for
Yeah.
me. I don't know. I can't force myself to forget anything. But all right. Okay. Um, all right. Wellington, how do you remember something like a phone number?
A phone
Somebody.
number with my smartphone.
Yeah. Okay. You just type it in. We don't have to have a brain anymore. We can have a device
Yeah,
instead.
I know. After the cell phone, the electronic, we don't. I don't remember any number of cell phone. I don't
Right.
remember. Yeah, unfortunately.
Right. Okay. Well, that brings up an interesting point. People don't actually ever have to practice using their memory anymore because most of us have some kind of electronic device which we carry around with us to be our memory.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah. I usually say for my wife that I have other things to remember. So some kind of information I only put in my smartphone. I do a note, but I like Mustafa said. I think when you are connected when you enjoy something, it's easier to remember.
absolutely. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. That's true. Anna, Carolina, Anna.
Yes.
Anna, okay, Anna, if you have to remember, somebody just tells you something, and you have to remember it. I don't know, an address or a phone number or something small. Do you repeat the number? Do you?
Yes.
Okay. Is that effective?
Uh-huh. I
Is it?
repeat in my mind. I don't have to repeat out loud. Yeah, that's effective.
I'm sorry. Say again.
I said that I repeat in my mind. I don't have to repeat out loud, and it's
Okay.
effective.
And it's effective. Okay. Actually, it may be. We all remember in different ways. For myself, close to what Sasha said, if I write down my shopping list, I can throw that list away. Once I write it down, I remember it. Um, Actually, just repeating something over and over again is actually it is very effective for short-term memory, but in medical or in experiments, it's not very effective for your long-term memory. It helps a lot
Uh,
for short-term memory. So they say. So I've heard.
Teacher,
Yes.
I I read that for long-term memory, you have to sleep because uh, to pass the information to somewhere in your brain, you have to sleep because the sleep is related to memory consolidation.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
the
That's
short
interesting.
memory uh, is my gosh, is stored in a different place in your brain
Right.
than the long-term memory.
I've definitely heard that before.
And
Right.
if you learn something today and you have a poor sleeping afterwards, you won't be able to remember well. You know,
Interesting.
some students stay awake all night trying to learn something to make a test or something like that, and it is
Okay.
worthless. It's completely worthless. One day
Hmm.
before the test, you have to rest, or you will fail.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cramming is not good. Actually, you're absolutely right. For you people who are studying, students and so forth, absolutely. From everything I've read and studies that I've seen, cramming. By the way, that's cramming. When you try to study at the last minute and retain as much information to cram. Okay. Uh, that kind of studying is called cramming or to cram. I have to cram for the test tomorrow. Not effective. Yeah, absolutely. And I totally agree with that, actually. Okay. Let me talk to Natasha. Natasha, I want to screen share something and talk to you
Yes,
about
yes.
it.
I'm here.
Yeah, hang on. I want to show you something. Okay, see these little cartoons here? Okay, our little cartoon guy here has 4 things to memorize, to remember to buy at the store. So he creates a little visual memory. I think somebody in the messaging was saying that they like to visualize or create a picture. Um, and then he creates a story involving the elements, the keywords that he's trying to memorize. Then he repeats, okay, just repeating, and the fourth little cartoon, he creates an acronym. He uses the words to create another word. Mess. I need to get a mess. Milk, eggs, sugar, spaghetti. Which one would you choose to do, Natasha, and why?
Okay, maybe for me, more useful and easily way is the first picture like. Imagine
Hmm.
because maybe my brain easy remember or only very impressive or interesting for me information. In other situations, I prefer to make list and write down all things which I have to do. So.
Mm-hmm.
So, mm,
You're a list maker? You like to organize yourself with lists?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's my way, and only so I can organize myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Remember.
Uh, Natasha?
Yes.
Yeah, here's my
Ah,
list.
yes, yes, yes. Me too.
And I have another one with other lists. Okay. Guilty. Me too, Natasha. I can relate. I create lists, but as I told you before, sorry, I muted myself. Once I
Okay,
write
okay, okay.
something down, I tend to always remember it once I've written it down. Is that the case for you? Do you remember your lists once you create them?
It's my question. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering. For me, once I make my list, I make my
Yes, yes.
schedule and things to another list of things I have to get done, projects, whatever, emails I have to send. Once I write it down, I really don't even need to look at it again. I would just remember it. It's the
Me too.
act.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, we think alike. Okay, that's cool. Very cool. All right. You, me. Okay. All right, Natasha, that's very interesting. All right, that's cool. Okay, I'm not the only one. I feel good about that. Okay, there's another student who came into the class who I have totally neglected to welcome and talk to. I know I've seen you before, but I can't remember your name. I'm sorry. Chinese name? Hi there. What's your name?
It's mine? Is it?
Yeah. Hi.
Oh, I'm Dell.
Okay. One more time.
Dell.
Dell.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, like the computer.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Oakley, like the sunglasses. Hi. Dell. Dell, like the computer.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there's a mnemonic device right there. If I see you, I should look at your picture and think to myself, oh, it looks like he's got a cutout of himself that he made on the computer. Oh, that's right. His name is Dell. There you go. See? I'm
All right.
creating a mnemonic device for myself, even right now, as we speak.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Dell, how about you? Do you know what a mnemonic device is?
No, what's that?
Well, let's take a look. All right. Uh, okay. I'm gonna talk to you guys about this right now. For example, do a little screen share. For example, music, mnemonics. Okay, Dell, do you remember any advertising, music advertising, like jingles? We call them jingles.
Advertising. Jingle.
Yes, like my baloney has a first name. It's Meyer. My baloney has a second name. Little songs that are
Little
used
song.
for advertising. Yes.
Yeah, but probably in Chinese song, not.
Yeah, well,
Not.
probably. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Did you, you're Chinese, right? So I think that you have a little music mnemonic to remember the colors, right? The song about the rainbow. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. Sorry.
You don't?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. This isn't sharing correctly. Hang on. You don't? Okay. My other Chinese students knew this. Some little song about the 7 colors of the rainbow, as they say, as they told me. No, you don't know that? Okay. All right. Hang on. Let me talk to Sasha. Sasha, in your country, do you use music mnemonics to teach children things like colors or the alphabet, aka?
Yes, yes. In
Yeah.
in school, maybe from 1 to 3rd, maybe classes, and in kindergartens, of course.
Okay, right. I don't know if anybody here learned the ABC song? A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Uh, for us not, but we know this song.
Yeah, right. Sasha, I can't tell. Is this screen share, is it backwards or is it correct?
Um,
Can you
what do
see
you
the
mean?
screen share?
Yes, music mnemonics.
Yeah. And
Yes, I see.
is it correct on your screen?
Yes, it's
Okay.
correct.
Everything's
Everything good.
mirroring for me, so it looks backwards for me.
Okay.
I'm looking at it backwards. It's okay. All right. Thanks. Uh, Let me quickly welcome Simone to the class. Hello, Simone.
Hi, hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am so fine, thank you.
Still fine. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Simone? Have you ever learned some little music songs to help you remember things?
Yes, I think so. But I don't remember the songs now, but I'm sure I did.
Yeah. Okay. Things like colors, the alphabet.
Yes.
Usually, we we do this for small children. Like, do you know, head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes,
Here's and
head,
toes, yes,
shoulders,
indeed.
knees and toes. Ah, yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
Long time
That,
ago. It's a long time ago for me,
of
so
course.
I remember.
Yes. Well,
Of course.
I have a couple kids. Well, that is called music mnemonics. You remember something because you put it to a melody. You can do
Yeah,
that. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
sometimes I create my mnemonics to remember things as
There you go. Okay. It's exactly what I was just about to say. You can create a little melody to help you remember things. We all know the ABC song, like that. Okay. Here is another type of mnemonic device. Uh, see, Mustafa, what about this one? Name mnemonics. Okay. Mustafa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Roy G. Biv.
Acronym.
Like an acronym, exactly.
Yes.
Basically, that's the idea. You create an acronym. It could be a word that is memorable or somewhat somehow related to what you're trying to remember, or the list you're trying to remember, or a name.
Yeah. I used to do my acronym or my name, Mnemonic, something like that, and
Yeah.
then yeah, and the university, like we had some like difficult rules, and I couldn't like remember all of them, so I did my acronym for some of them so it can be easily remembered. It's like a trick your memory because it's almost impossible
Right.
to remember it.
Things like the example here, Private Tim Hall, essential amino acids. I mean, that would be very difficult to remember these very technical, formal names, right? Without some kind of help. Absolutely. And okay, so it could be name mnemonics, or actually Mustafa was probably better calling it acronym mnemonics. Like the picture which I showed Natasha earlier, mess. Um, what did he need at the store? Do you remember, Mustafa? What the man in the cartoons needed at the store?
No, don't remember anything.
No? Okay. He needed a mess. No? Okay. All right. Wellington, do you remember the cartoon I showed earlier in class?
The cartoon, that's it?
Yeah, the little comic. Do you remember? No,
Yeah.
you don't remember. Okay, yeah. Do you
Yeah.
remember what the man in the cartoon needed to buy?
Mass, milky, uh, only milk.
Milk. You
Yeah,
don't want one
the
out of
mnemonic
four.
is mass, but
Yeah.
milky and the others, the other things I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay.
Spaghetti, spaghetti.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the other two I don't remember.
All
Sorry.
right. Well, anyway, milk. Not be careful, not milky, but milk.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, okay. Pretty much the same thing as the name mnemonics. All right. Well, actually, I forgot. This is okay. Expression or word mnemonics. Um, okay. Make a little rhyme. Okay. For example, well, okay. There's a couple ways to do it. You can make a little rhyme. Simple way to remember Chuck is if the tank's too hot, you're blown into muck. Okay, to talk about pressure and volume. To try to remember Charles's law. These are um, laws in physics. Okay, in English, of course, I teach this all the time. Fanboys, creating a mnemonic for the 7 coordinating conjunctions. Fanboys, for and, nor, but, or, yet, so. That's actually how I remember it. Okay, the order of operations for math. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I remember that one. Okay. All right, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. All right, there you go. Okay. Uh, all right. Anna, Carolina, do you ever use these kinds of acronyms
No,
or acronym
I,
sentences?
oh yes, I did it once to remember the um, 12 cranial nerves, but I did it in Portuguese.
Okay, 12 cranial nerves. Okay,
Yes,
very
but
good.
I did it in Portuguese.
Right, right. Sure, it
I and
doesn't matter.
also
Yeah, go ahead.
I I I used to create songs,
Ah, okay.
mnemonic songs.
Okay. Well,
I
great.
memorized the vascular system of the Briofta with a song.
Really? Wow.
Really?
Hit single. Rock us
By
out.
by do you know um, that song Moon Baiting? Mm,
I don't think so. What is it again? Moon?
by City Camp.
Uh,
A
don't
very old
know.
fashioned.
Okay.
Um,
I guess not.
it was like debris of this small without vascular system or sphere and enterozoid. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to pronounce well. You know the
Oh, funny.
sexual cells
Okay. I don't know either.
or sphere and enter. Oh my gosh, enterozoid. My
Okay.
gosh.
Interesting. Okay. Well, as Anna pointed out, it doesn't. You can use mnemonics in any language. It doesn't have to be English. That's besides the point. These are just different ways to help you retain information, particularly lists of things. Here's a good one. I'm going to remember this one. Kings play cards on fairly good soft velvet. This is something I always forget. Classifications from kingdom to species. Well, actually, to variety. That's a good one. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes. Yes.
What is the
Go ahead.
hello? What
What is
is the mnemonic name? This kind of mnemonic name.
this,
Expression and what?
this type of mnemonic? Well, here they're calling it expression or word
Oh,
mnemonic.
word mnemonic. Okay, thanks.
Sure, they may be called something else, but that's what, in my information, they're called. Okay, another type of mnemonic is remembering a picture of something. Okay, Natasha. Uh, okay, Natasha.
Yes, yes, I'm here.
All right, where are you from, Natasha?
I'm from Belarus. I am from Belarus.
Belarus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
I was trying to. Okay, Belarus. Does Belarus have provinces?
No, it's dozen provinces. It's
Okay.
six regions and six
Okay.
big cities.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
6 regions. Great. That'll work. All right. When you have to remember the 6 regions of Belarus, how do you do it?
I don't know. I remember it is since my childhood. Maybe I a lot of time repeat it, and I remember it very well.
Okay. All right. You don't know. Okay. All right. Well, for me, I'm an American, and in the United States, as you may know, has 50 states, and that's a lot of things to remember. So
Yeah.
when I have to remember it, I picture the map in my mind, and I draw my mental finger along the map. I start in the Northeast and Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey. Okay. I go down the eastern seaboard, then I go up the Central Plain states, then I go down the Western Plain states and up the mountains. I go back and forth, but I picture it in my mind. I have it like I'm using a map, okay, or a model. Our next type of mnemonics, mnemonics. You might remember the solar system that way by visualizing it, like a picture of it, a map or a model. Do you remember anything in that way, Natasha? Like visualizing it?
Yes, it's the same with model mnemonic, but without gigs, without something. I'm sorry. Um, but in this case, people can imagine something interesting, pictures or cartoon heroes or something another. But the goal of this system that a person has to imagine something very impressive and colorful, and this imagine has to collocation with his word or his collocation of words, for example.
Okay. Yes. Okay, I think we're talking about 2 different things a little bit. Model mnemonics, like the planetary scale, or this is horrible. I could never memorize all this stuff. Things like this, pie charts or pyramid chart. Okay, now the pyramid chart works really well for me. I don't know why, but I remember a few things with a pyramid chart. Uh, okay, what you're talking about pictures. Thinking about pictures, actually, I saw something very impressive, a demonstration of that exactly. And the demonstration was a guy had 52 cards. He shuffled up the 52 cards, and he created. Actually, this was a little different. No, I'm talking about now. I'm sorry. I'll get back to my story. Never mind. That's a different kind of mnemonics. I just realized while I started talking about it. Different story. Different experiment. Not the cards. He um, he greeted people, like 100 people, I believe it was 100 people, into a party where he knew nobody in a city where he's not from. and he met all 50 people, and each person's name, he imagined a picture exactly as Natasha described. He thought of a picture. Her name is, okay, Lily Small. So he thought of a very tiny lily that was under a microscope. So to help him remember the flower lily under a microscope, and he remembered that picture. So when she came out of the party, he remembered, oh, microscope with a flower under it, Lily Small, like that. So interesting pictures, creative pictures, unusual pictures. If you use this visual type of mnemonic, it should be unusual. That's your point, right? Something strange is easier to remember. Anyway, this guy in this, he remembered all 100 people. It was pretty amazing. I can't remember 3 people I meet. But, okay, this is a little different. Model mnemonics. Now, like, for example, a flow chart like this, I could never remember this. Forget it. Maybe you could, I don't know, but that's hopeless for me. Some, again, I said for me, the pyramid works, but a flow chart, no. A pie chart, no. Okay, let's talk about the next one. Ode or, excuse me, rhyme mnemonics. Dell.
Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
How about in Chinese? Do you know any rhyme or such a thing as this type of mnemonics?
Let me have a look.
Okay, for example, 30 days, half September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31.
Yes.
Except February, my dear son. It has 28. And that is fine, but in leap year it has 29.
So I can understand, but what's the purpose of this mnemonic?
Mnemonic. It starts. Don't pronounce the beginning M. The beginning M is silent. What's the purpose? Actually, I found this one to be very useful. I know this one. If you're at the end of the month and you have to date something, whatever. Okay, now I know everybody has electronic device, and you can just look down in my bottom right hand of my screen. I can see the date. But believe me, it's come in very handy many times in my life when I can't remember. It's near the end of the month, and I can't remember. Oh, is it Tuesday, November 30th, or is it November 31st, or is it December 1st? Whatever. So you can remember the date, like that.
The date.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's kind of association.
Well, it's a rhyme. See, 31, my son. Fine, 29.
Oh.
Now,
So
maybe,
oh,
yeah.
I understand. So it means they have the rhyme in the end of the sentence.
That's it. They're poems, in other words.
All right. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, we do have this kind of mnemonic.
There you go.
But
Mnemonic.
I can't think of any example for you. Sorry. Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you an example related to English. Here's a good one for you all to remember. In spelling, this is the rule for spelling. And sometimes we spell a word I-E, sometimes it's E-I. Here it is. I before E, except after C, or when sounding like A in neighbor and way. All right, there you go. That could save you some spelling errors. We're going to remember that one. That one, trust me, is extremely useful. I use that one every other day, at least. I really do, because I forget. Doesn't make sense. Sometimes it's EI, sometimes it's IE. Believe me, English doesn't even make sense to English speakers. Okay, anyway. Here's some nerves. All right. Rhyme mnemonics. Sasha, do you use any rhyme mnemonics to remember anything? To remember something?
Can't remember now, but there are some. I'm pretty sure it's it was in school, but I don't remember exactly about what. It
Okay.
actually it was in difference like mathematics, geometry. There are a bunch of them, I believe.
Ah, yes. Good point. Um, right. Uh, yeah. There are some.
Even
This is very rude.
in
Yeah.
physics, for some very common formulas, etc.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mathematical
But
rules. All right.
yes, yeah.
Right. Uh, classifications. Rules. They're good for remembering rules. Things. All
Uh,
right.
okay.
Yes.
Sorry, can I have this one? I mean the document.
Sure.
Okay.
Uh, it's it's always any documents attached to the class Dell. Um, you can easily find by under the class description in Verbling. You can find the URL.
Okay.
Trying
Thanks.
trying to get it, and it's not coming. Why? I'm having problems. But if you,
Download it. Yeah, I
yeah,
can download it.
yeah,
Yeah. Thanks.
yeah, sure. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know
fantastic.
why, but when I'm conducting the class, I just can't get it. It messes things up for me. So I don't know why. Something weird with Google. Uh, okay. When I'm in the class, it doesn't work. Now I see everything backwards again. Okay, let's take a look at another kind of mnemonics, which is actually number 6. Ah, I have had people, actually other students I went to university, swear by this methodology. I don't know. It doesn't really work for me, but some people say it's great. Mustafa, have you ever tried making note cards to study for a
Flashcard?
test? Yeah,
Flashcard,
making
you mean?
flashcards. Yes, exactly. Flashcards. Yes, that's right.
I Yeah, I have heard a lot about it, but to be honest with you, I haven't used it yet. I'm thinking about it,
Uh-huh.
but I'm thinking about maybe it might be useful for remember some phrasal verb or idiom, but I haven't used it.
Right. Well, let me know if you use it. Let me know because, the other thing about while we're discussing these mnemonics, what I have gathered is that you need to practice them. You can't just do one and it works and this is great. It's something that you kind of take some practice. Um, I would agree. Mustafa, do you do any kind of word puzzles, brain games, crossword puzzles, even number
No,
puzzles, Sudoku, anything like that?
no, I don't do it.
Okay. Well, I sometimes what I do is I do them for 3 months and then I stop. And then 6 months later, I do the crossword every day for, I don't know, a few weeks and then I stop. But one thing I've noticed is that, for example, crossword puzzles, you start doing a crossword puzzle, and the first time you do it, it takes all day to do one puzzle. The second time you do it, it takes 4 hours. The third time you do it, it takes 2 hours. The fourth time you do it, it takes maybe an hour. The next time, 45 minutes. And then you can do the whole crossword puzzle in 20 minutes. Every day it
Yeah.
takes you 20 minutes to do the whole thing.
And this
However,
is, yeah, this is true, teacher. Like when you start like the university, on the first day of the university after a holiday, you find yourself you cannot like remember a lot of things
Uh-huh.
from the first attempt, but then you find yourself at the end of the year like you can like recognize a bunch of ideas in just like a few times, like small
Mm-hmm.
time. So it's really true, yeah.
Right. And this the thing about crossword puzzles that is annoying. If I stop doing crossword puzzles for 2 or 3 weeks, I do another one and it's going to take me all day. I have to start all over again.
Yeah, and you struggle at the first attempt.
Yeah, really struggle. Absolutely. Right. So anyway, this is an idea you guys can try. All right. Maybe I think there's a couple varieties, just flashcards, and another one is to actually write down, according to POC, what are 2 ways to discourage internal distractions on the front and on the back. Okay, you write a couple possible answers, and you use these to basically self-test. All right, I guess, all right, as it says here, the idea is, especially for test preparation, it can help learners practice. They'll associate with the questions with the answers. The association will help them with recall, I guess, is the idea. Okay, that's one method. Another method for note-taking, and this may actually be useful, creating an outline, organizing information in an outline to study before you study it. Wellington, have you ever tried doing anything like this?
Order in outline is, yeah. Sometimes I do this, but yeah, I think I in general I do like you and Natasha. I write down the things that I must remember,
Mm-hmm.
and so for me, I think it is more useful.
Okay. I think these, what do they call them? Note-taking mnemonics, note organization mnemonics, rather. I think these are primarily for study purposes, like when you're concerned about taking an exam. Wellington, when you were in school, how did you study for tests?
For tests, I read 2, 3, 4 times. I repeat the
Uh,
things. I write it down. I, um, for example, if I need to remember, I need to remember a phrase. I write the initial words. For example, the phrase, yeah, the initial word is in general. I did this. I write the initial words.
okay. All right. Okay. All right. Just for those who are studying for tests and need mnemonic devices, we have the flashcards, an outline, and the third one is something called the Cornell system. Basically, this is organizing with columns. Vertical line drawn somewhat like this. Okay.
Okay.
Main ideas or questions are placed to the left, and details or answers are on the right. So you can fold the paper, I think. So much like flashcards, really. Basically the same thing. Okay. I should welcome Fan to the class. Hello, Fan. Hello. Welcome. Hello, hello.
Yeah, sorry.
Hi. How
Hi.
are you? Long time no see. How you doing?
Yeah, actually, I'm Dell.
You're still Dell. But
Yeah,
you're Fan, but you're Dell.
yeah. I just changed the account. The accounts.
Okay. I'll just try to remember that I once had a Dell computer and the fan broke down. And
Yeah,
it died.
you can image by the a computer with a pen.
Okay. Right. Okay, Dale. Well, welcome back. All right, Anna Carolina. Now we finally get to the image mnemonics. We've talked about it like 3 different times. Finally, it's on our list. So, do you ever use this form, Anna Carolina? Thinking about a wild kind of image, visualizing an image. The crazier the image, the better. Anna Carolina, have you ever used this method?
No, I have never.
Okay, I'll try it. The sillier or crazier it is, the easier it is to recall. You can try it. Okay. All right, and here's an example. This guy's head looks like a bat. All right, bat. The depressant drugs are barbiturates, alcohol, and tranquilizers. Bat. He looks like he's on drugs. Okay. Yeah, yeah he does. Okay.
I did this.
Yeah, weird. Okay. What is a numismatist? All right. Visualize a new mist rolling onto a beach from the ocean, and the beach is made of coins. All right. A numismatist is a coin collector. So, okay. A misty beach full of coins. Okay. Anyway, it's supposed to be highly effective. So they say. But like earlier, I told you the story about the man who identified 100 people at a party. What he said after his demonstration was that it takes practice. And I think really that's the case. Like my story talking about doing the crossword puzzle, I think that's something that takes practice to get good at this, or to get used to it, to become effective at it. Connection mnemonics. Okay, this is a good one. Natasha, do you ever use this? Can you guess what this means? Connection mnemonics?
Yes. If I see correctly, I think that I prefer this type of mnemonics too, especially I mean when I learn a new English words, because there are a lot of complex words which remember me easier words or something imagine. And yes, in this case I use connection mnemonics too. But I want to say that when I started to use this method, it was difficult for me. But after some practice, it's easy and easy every time. I mean.
Okay. All right. And some of these are very useful. Confusing words, especially. It gives an example of longitude and latitude. If you remember, longitude has an N, and N starts the word north. You know which way is longitude and which way is latitude. Okay. Natasha, which side of the boat is the left side? You know, on a boat, you don't have the same word for 2 things. So there's port and starboard. Which side is the left side? Do you know?
Wow. I can say now. I'm sorry.
Okay. And
Uh-huh.
a little nautical information. Does anybody in class know? Which side is port? Does anybody know?
No, I
Anybody?
know.
No.
Anybody? Sasha, Anna, anybody? No? Okay. Now you will know. You will never forget. Left has 4 letters. Port has 4 letters. Left is port. Okay, that's it. That's the connection. They both have 4 letters. Left, port. So if you're ever in a life-threatening situation and the captain is screaming at you to steer the boat to port, steer the boat to port, as you're looking out to the front of the boat, that would be your left. Okay, now you know. Okay, that's an example of connections. Connection number of letters. Connection N starts north. Here's another one. Okay, Dell, do you know what a stalactite and a stalagmite are? I think I misspelled it, but hang on. Oh, that's right. Should be right. Stalactite. Okay. Stalactite. You know
I
stalactite?
know.
Do you, Anna? Okay. Which is which? Okay, what are they anyway?
The water in in you know the water in caves
Yeah. Okay.
for a lot of time um, they they form this kind
Right.
of this
Usually,
kind of my gosh, sorry.
it's okay. Often limestone. It drips down the
Yes,
minerals.
yes, and I
Hmm.
forgot. I mean, and they form this kind of thing, and in the stalactite hanging from the roof.
Right. Some are hanging from the roof, and some are coming up from the floor.
The
They're
stalagmites is from the floor, and stalactites is from the roof.
yes.
And I remember because in Portuguese, the letter T, uh, my gosh, uh, the letter T means it starts with the same letter. That's the seal. You know,
Y-
it's teto
Ah,
in Portuguese.
same thing. I can remember from in English. I remember from the letter T. T is for top. G is for ground.
Yes,
Same,
exactly. The same
basically
in
that's
Portuguese.
basically the same kind of idea. All right. Very good. Okay, more spelling and mnemonics. Okay, some simple rules. Principal is a person. Okay, the principal of a school, and a principal, LE, is a rule you have to follow. Okay, these are spelling mnemonics. Okay, these are basically other kinds of mnemonics. We've got our rhyming mnemonics, I before E. We've got Mississippi, which is almost like rhythm or music mnemonics, Mississippi. Uh, sure, okay, which I totally remember. Okay, so basically that's it. 9. This should be a 9. I skipped one. I added a number, but all right. Those are 9 different types of mnemonics. Hello, Nidair. Welcome to the class. Did you forget to come to the class? Hi. Hi. We just had a little class about memory. Okay. We've only got a couple of minutes. I've got a couple crazy questions for you. Ooh, my hair looks crazy. Sasha, chewing gum, is it good for your memory or not?
Sorry, could you repeat the question? I got.
Sure. Chewing gum, good for your memory or not?
I know it. It's but it's a help to concentrate when I'm driving actually.
Actually, you're absolutely correct.
Yes,
Chewing gum actually it creates more blood flow to your head. It actually helps your heartbeat faster. Believe it or not, you're using muscles, which is creating more. Your heart beats faster, more oxygen going up into your head. Actually, you're absolutely right. It does help improve concentration, focus, and memory. So, yes, you're
yes,
absolutely right. It does. That's why you always see baseball players chewing gum. because they need very, very good hand-eye coordination and quick thinking. So everyone, chew
Maybe we
gum.
should chew on verbal.
Yeah, yeah. They should make verbling gum is what they should do. Marketing.
Teacher, I
Yes.
heard that chewing gum and also water during the test, And then I saw a cartoon with a boy carrying 5 liters of water too.
Yeah, well, I always have a glass of water nearby myself. But they don't let me chew gum when I teach a verbal class. So anyway, okay. Anyway, thank you for the lovely discussion, everyone. Thanks a lot. I have to go now, but see you next time.